This is IQ Investor coming back at y'all with another bang of a video. Now listen, man, today we're gonna be talking about a little technical analysis that's what we're gonna be discussing. Now, right now, as you can see, overall in the day, we in the buyer's market. We're in the buyer's market, all right? A great amount of momentum, had a pullback, another great amount of momentum, pullback. As you can see, it came back down to this previous supply and demand zone, had another outbreak. Came back here to the previous little support level here. Resistance level here. And then, made a new level of support, had another outbreak. But as you can see overall, what we're looking at here is a loss of momentum when it comes down to the buy. We see a loss of momentum, right? Because this happened. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a day. So this was with a 1 week, went straight for a buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, here, then it lost momentum here. I had a little consolidation here, had a buy, had a major sell, and then it had a lot of momentum for this buy, right? It's a lot of momentum here, right? Had a little consolidation, had a buy, came back here. Now, this is what I am seeing here, right? We see a ascending chart pattern when it comes down to, just market structure, right? We see an ascending chart pattern. Now this is the previous supply and demand area. All right, as you can see, touch here, and you see the purple line across the board. Meaning that this is an area that has been tapped in more than once when it comes down to the time zones. So this is an area where it stops, comes here. And right now we're just seeing a ascending chart pattern, like you seen at the beginning of the video. Now this is what it is telling us right here, is that it's about to go here and then about to have a major outbreak, right? This is what it's telling us here. Is as you can see here, I got it all lined up. So we're looking forward to really just go for a buy today to this zone here. It's gonna have to tap into the zone here before anything happens, but it's going to tap into that zone. Now, you want to wait on the candlestick when it comes down to outbreaks. Me personally, unless you got a strategy that you can recommend me that can really prove me otherwise, I like to always wait till it gets to the zone before I ever say like, okay, it's time to get in for the buy. I like the market to really tell me and prove me, and I like to wait for it to either have a pullback here or have just a set up here and then an outbreak happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to just get into a chart, get into a trade so soon with just so little evidence when it comes down to a major move like that, especially because I see a loss of buy momentum. Now I understand the ascending triangle is about losing momentum, so this is what we're all aware of. This is all what I'm coming down to. I've been in this predicament before. I ignored this, so this time I'm going to just wait for it to get to the zone before I will get into a buy or sell anything. Because at the end of the day, this is to go against to prove you that you should not be biased. Now, just one thing before I go any further with this: if you have any questions or you're confused, anything like that, leave your questions down below so I can get with you and I can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Just help me help you. Trust me, and I appreciate you. Now, another thing is this. You don't want to be biased when it comes down to this, all right? And it's better to be patient than to be sorry, all right? So you really want to wait when it comes down to at least the swing intraday traders. You want to be patient, man. You want to wait. You do not want to rush this process. Trust me, man. Trust me. You do not want to rush this process when it comes down to entering a trade. But, you don't want to just get into it with not that much evidence, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do that. Now, it could come here and then have a major drop. It can also come here, have a major outbreak. Because overall, we see a lot of gaps that are just not filled in. It's just like there's a lot of things going on here that's just not filled in. Say it has a major buy, not really much of a pullback like you see here. It's just consolidation. This is all just minor pullbacks for consolidation. You want to keep this in mind when you're looking at this chart, man. Trust me, because this will bite you if you're not paying attention. So right now we see a ascending triangle. So right now there's indication of a buy, at least to the zone here. You know what I'm saying? To the zone, right? So you want to keep this in mind. It's going to the zone. Now, as we know here, this is telling us, analytical is telling us that this is an outbreak is about to happen. But you want to always let the candlestick show you otherwise, because it might, you know, even though it's doing this here, it's going to always have a pullback to the support, so to a supply and demand zone before I have a major pullback 9 times out of 10. It might take its time. It might happen in a day. It might happen in 2. It might happen in 3. But it's going to come back to the zone before it has another major buy. All right. Now, if it does have a pullback, I believe it's going to pull back to around this zone here. Like I said, though, anything can happen. There could be a zone right here. It's going to probably fight in the zone before it does have a drop. But I do believe this is the time where, if it does have a retracement at this level here, it will have a drop. You know what I'm saying? So what I really want y'all to understand is that you do not want to just say that. What I really want y'all to understand when it comes down to these technical analysis is that I'm not going to start here and tell y'all that the market is going to do this, the market is going to do that. All right, I can tell you a zone where it's going to go. I can tell you where it's going to, you know, where it's going to happen after, if it hits certain zones and have certain setups. But all of this has to happen before I can just say like this is going to happen. Now I have a Discord that you can join. It will most definitely, you know, give you a better idea of what's going to happen next. But other than that, man, you really are in your own field when it comes down to this. I can only narrow it down for you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes here, man, this is the zone right here. It's going to come to the zone. Now, the candlestick count patterns that are forming this zone is going to matter. Now, you can see you have a ascending, and you have a buy market in a buyer's market. So there's 2 confluences that's telling you that it could have an outbreak. But I'm telling you, I see a loss of momentum. You know what I'm saying? You do not. That's why I'm telling y'all, when you get to I know it's going to the zone, but you're going to have to be aware of the candlestick patterns when it gets to the zone. Do not rush into this, man. Be patient. All right. This is IQ Investing, man. If y'all like the video, leave it down. Like this video. This video helped you in any kind of way. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.